Well, everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Daily Live Stream. I am your host, Crypto Bro, also known as Brian. We are back on another beautiful Tuesday evening / early Wednesday morning, and boy, oh boy, have we had plenty of red in the seas today, let me tell you what. So we do have a plethora of topics to cover today on many of the markets, as well as a few requests, but before I begin with the video, I decided to shorten up the introduction, the legal disclaimer. The following content is provided as educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. If you choose to make a decision based off the speculative content that I do provide, this disclaimer legally relinquishes me from any and all responsibilities. I want to make that very apparent, very abundantly clear to all of the viewers that yes, while I do provide my own opinion and my own bias on the stock market and the cryptocurrency market, I do not recommend you making decisions solely based off of my content here. Obviously, it's gotten people in trouble in the past, so I want to make that very, very, very clear. And I don't want to read from a piece of paper anymore. I figured that a cooler introduction, a more lively introduction was necessary for the streams. And just to give you guys a heads up, this is what's in the background right now. It does. My room is a hot mess, but we are basically constructing the cave for visual pleasures on the stream. So as soon as I get off the stream tonight, I will be continuing that. Hopefully, I do finish this project. I got the LED lights up and they are operational. Now we just need to get the clouds put in place as well. And then we're going to do something with the blackboard wall and get my Black Fire logo posted up so that the camera captures all of it. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'm surely looking forward to it. Pretty exciting stuff here as we're making changes to the channel and to the overall objective of the channel. So if you guys like it, once it's done, hopefully it'll be done tonight. So tomorrow during the live stream, you will be able to see the changes that we made and the cool lights and the cool effects in the background during the live stream, every stream. And while I deal with technical difficulties here and there, I am doing my very best to hash them out. So I appreciate the patience that you guys have had, and I appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting on the live streams. I did hear that the music was a little bit too loud. I want to have the atmosphere of the music in the background because I do think that's a little bit more of an uplifting feeling for the live stream, so that while we take it seriously here, all the TA and all the profit business, having some music in the background to keep things at a steady pace is always a great thing, right? So I picked a lo-fi channel, and I'm going to be picking different lo-fi channels as we go through. But let's talk about some of that red. We're going to go ahead and start with the analysis here today. We're going to go ahead and start out with good old NASDAQ. Obviously, a sea of red in the market here today, including cryptocurrency. And what do we see here? Topside rejection, top side of the range, pulling back all the way down below the 21 exponential here. It's currently seeing a little bit of a recovery right now. Right now, warning shot 1 has been fired as far as I'm concerned. I do look at this as a big warning shot. Barring any other price action indicators or momentum oscillators here, I do look at this as a warning shot fired, just for the simple fact that we got this nasty bullish wick on the day prior here, followed by a heinous dump that closed below the 21 exponential. We got the 21 exponential taken out. Now I'm looking for either a recovery back above to confirm it as support, or a secondary candle closure below to confirm that we are in fact trading below the 21 exponential. For now, we still remain within the context of the overall daily range, and until that range breaks either to the upside or to the downside, my disposition on NASDAQ remains the same, albeit we do have a little bit of a concern here on the stochastics, finally breaking that diagonal trend line that we've been talking about for quite some time now, and that doesn't necessarily mean that this is completely kaput, completely end game as far as the trend line is concerned. We could easily move it a little bit to meet this stochastics line here, and it's still equally as valid. Give me 1 second. God, I got really excited, and then all this phlegm started showing up here. But as far as stochastics are concerned, we got that cross below the 80 read, a few days ago, but nothing as far as price action is concerning, telling me, hey, yeah, we're getting ready for an actual reversal. We're getting ready for a short signal here, except for the one warning shot that we did get fired on yesterday's candle closure below the 21 exponential. So I am curious to see how price action plays on, and again, the disposition for NASDAQ remains the same as long as we're within the range here. Top side resistance being 15,175 and bottom side support being 14,900. As long as we remain between those two price action points here, I'm going to be calling consolidation all day, every day. But if we do see a break, and this is the condition for the downside that I'm looking at specifically. If we do see a candle closure, this candle closure specifically, close below 21 exponential here, I will be convinced that this is going to be our next target to the downside here, somewhere around 14,600, maybe a little higher. Obviously, we have a couple of inconsequential levels to potentially bounce off of first and foremost before we get to that point. But overall, this is going to be my main target for the downside if price action decides to move that way. On the other hand, if we decide to, if price action decides to break the top side of the range here, the 1.272 is going to be my next tentative target here for price action, somewhere around 15,460, right? And again, confirmation is what I'm looking for, right? If we do see a break above, right, I want to see the break above followed by a secondary candle closure above, and quite the opposite if we break below the 21 exponential, which we already have confirmed. I want to see a confirmation open and closure below, which is what this candle is all about right now. I'm not saying that necessarily has to happen with price action by any stretch of the imagination, but warning shot's been fired. As far as the trading strategy that I'm using is concerned, looking for more downside potential, warning shot 1 has been fired. And to break of that diagonal trend line, if we go ahead and move it back to its original position, yes, this is technically a warning shot fired number 2 here. Let's see what the RSI is doing. Rejection of the negatively sloped exponential, printing in a new low. Warning, we got a couple of warning shots here being fired, albeit we do not see a break of the price range consolidation. So that's the main warning shot that I am looking for continuation plays to be considered to the downside or to the upside. So for now, as far as NASDAQ is concerned, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm waiting for this range to find resolution. Whenever it decides to find a resolution, actually, let's bring up volume, see what volume tells us is potentially, volume tells me nothing as far as, a climax or a resolution point as far as price action is concerned. Very unorthodox volume here. So there is no tell. There is no crystal ball mumbo jumbo bullshit that tells us, hey, we likely expect to see the range break this day or that day. I'm just waiting for a break, either to the upside or to the downside. And again, just to make myself very, very, very abundantly clear, the yellow 21 exponential is my condition for the range to break to the downside. That'll be my early warning shot here. Again, we already have an early warning shot, but if we get that secondary candle closure below the 21 exponential here, I'm going to be very, very, very confident of a move much lower than the support region here at 14,009. So that's kind of how I'm looking at NASDAQ today. Again, a sea of red. We did see a lot of red in the markets here today, but as far as NASDAQ is concerned, it's consolidation until proven otherwise. Let's check out what SPY Futures is doing here. Putting in a little bit of a top, a reversal style candlestick, actually. Ooh, wait a minute. What are you talking about? That's weird. The condition for a top should have been met here. This should be a top. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to break my own rules. I'm not going to consider it a top because the RSI is not telling me that it's a top. All I see it is now, resistance put in at a new all-time high, followed by a back test of the 21 exponential, and now we're seeing a nice, bounce off that 21 exponential to confirm that region as new tentative support, or reconfirming it as tentative support. Correction there, but support nonetheless. It is. So for now, again, this is another one of those candlesticks that I'm going to, wait to see what happens, right? We're not closing, we didn't see a spike below the 21 exponential, so I'm still very confident that this is bullish. However, stochastics is starting to gain a little bit of momentum shift to the downside here. Again, still within the critical zone and still printing, actually bearish divergence here from this point to this point. Let's see if that matches up on price action. No, it doesn't. Stochastics isn't getting this one. Actually, it is. No, but this isn't a top. No, it's not a top. But the potential for bearish divergence. I would say if we take out the low of yesterday's candle closure at 44.35, I'm going to be convinced a top arrow prints on RSI, and we see a little bit of bearish divergence play out here on stochastics to the downside. Maybe another touch of the 21 exponential here. But as far as I'm concerned, we closed above the support region. We closed above the 21 exponential. I am looking for continuation as a result. What is RSI telling us? Nice little divvy dip below the exponential here, forcing it back to a negative slope, but we've seen a lot of choppy action here in the bullish neutral zone for RSI for quite some time. Long-term trend line to the upside is still very valid in my opinion. Well, not in my opinion, that's fact. It's still very valid until broken, until proven otherwise. And right now I'm just seeing a little bit of a sell-off as a result of achieving new all-time highs. And again, anytime we see new all-time highs, I'm always looking for sell-offs, albeit this one's a little bit more aggressive than what I was looking for. But nonetheless, back test 21 exponential confirmed it. We could potentially be on high or low alert right now. So what I'm going to be looking for today is to see if price action pumps up and test this region as resistance. Maybe we see consolidation just like NASDAQ, or maybe we see price action shoot right on through that resistance. If we do break that resistance, back test and confirm it as support, I will be looking for extension to the 1.272 Fibonacci extension target somewhere around 45,000 or 4,530 bucks, give or take a few bucks here or there. That would be my general target for price action to move, again, upon seeing confirmation, right? The break alone is never enough, right? After adjusting all of my strategies and adjusting, the way that I think, the way that I see the market, the way that I view everything that I'm doing, confirmation is one of the most important tools that I can use in order to identify a low risk, high reward trade setup. So, just the break alone is not going to do it enough for me. Give me 1 second. I got to crack my back. Oh. And quite the opposite to the downside. Again, an open enclosure is confirmation for me below a new tentative resistance to confirm it as resistance, or a back test. And again, same condition with a secondary closure below. But as far as the 21 is concerned, we're still vastly above it. While momentum oscillators from a stochastic perspective is a little dire, still in the bullish critical zone, I have no concerns. I am going to be looking for continuation on this one, again, unless proven otherwise. And that proof otherwise would be a break of this support level here to the downside, right around 44.15. If I do see a candle closure below that, I'll look for a secondary confirmation before looking for targets to move all the way down to the first target here at 43.75, and maybe lower. I want to see how the trend starts playing out here. If we do see, the precipice of a potential downtrend in formation on the markets right now. But as far as I'm concerned, we haven't seen a downtrend for quite some time. It's just been straight fucking to the moon as far as traditional stock market's concerned. So very exciting stuff for the stock market. Beautiful. Check out Dow Jones putting in a nice top here. No, still no top call. I am confused. We literally gapped down and closed below this high here. I am not sure why RSI is not calling this a top. This is a fucking top. This is the actual definition of a top. Reversal style candlestick all the way below the open of yesterday's candle. Maybe it's playing wick basis. Let me check the settings here on my RSI. Divergence source close. Yeah, so I'm very curious as to why RSI has not called a top here. This is a fucking top. This is definitely a top here. Not a major top. It doesn't have to be a major top, but a top it is nonetheless. And that's how I'm viewed. I don't know why RSI is not calling the last two markets here as tops when clearly they're fucking tops. But you know what? For the sake of my own sanity, I'm going to stick with my trading rules. I'm going to stick with what the RSI is telling me, and it's telling me that it's not a top. So that's how I'm going to read it here today. Nice little pullback, tested the 21 exponential, kind of similar to the other markets here, bouncing back above it. Nice reversal style, hammer candlestick right here. And, it'll be interesting to see what this does. For now, we have RSI crossing back below the positively sloped exponential and forcing it back to a slightly negative slope here. Rejection of the neutral zone back to the downside, still remaining in this, this neutral territory from the bullish perspective. We did print a new high though, so bearish divergence is off the table to be correct here. So I'm less concerned, as a matter of fact, as far as this one's concerned, for bearish divergence. We're gonna remove that trend line here, go back to price action here, bounce off the 21 exponential, stochastics. Again, that coiling action is so fucking awesome. I like to see that coiling action. This little cross here, not too concerning, again, unless we see major momentum being gained as a result here. I'm actually, going to continue to look for it to coil deep in the bullish critical zone until proven otherwise right now. Nice little sell-off again as a result of a new all-time high. I am still looking for extension to new all-time highs up to the 1.272 Fibonacci extension target, somewhere around 36,200 bucks, give or take a few bucks here or there. But that is generally my target to the upside as of now, unless proven otherwise. And again, the proof otherwise would be a break of this support level here at 35,160, or in conjunction with the 21 exponential, followed by an open enclosure below, a secondary open enclosure below. That'll be confirmation enough for me to look for targets to start moving all the way down to this region here first, 34,825, followed by potentially this target here, 34,450. Those are my targets to the downside. For now, I will be looking for price action to see potentially a recovery, see if we can see price action come up to this resistance here again and test it at 35,630, potentially see a break. That would be exciting to see a break. But again, as far as the 21 exponential moving average strategy is concerned, I am remaining bullish until proven otherwise. As long as price action remains above that 21 exponential, I have no reason to say, oh, it's time to short, it's time to sell, blah, 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 blah. Again, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, but that is my general disposition on Dow Jones. If you guys are liking the video so far, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. I'm trying to grow this channel to 1,000 members. I'm making a lot of changes to the TA cave, making a lot of changes to the platform, and I'm doing basically everything that I can to provide you the best content that I can possibly provide based off my own personality. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. Hell, hit the dislike button. I don't give a shit. If it gives if it gives me traction, hit it. Boom. Boom. Because if it gives me traction, it gives the rest of us traction, and it gives me the potential to provide different types of content for you guys, because the more members we get, the more recommendations that I'm going to get from the from the fans, from the viewers, and I'm likely going to be taking some of those recommendations and using them to expand the streaming platform and the YouTube channel. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. I would really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's check out Dixie here. I'm losing my voice a little bit. I need a little bit of water. Oh boy. Check out Dixie here. What's the US dollar doing? Boom, continuation, new highs. Again, I'm going to be looking for this this prior high here to be taken out at this point here. We do have a nice, real strengthy cross back up off the middle of the bullish control zone here from a stochastics perspective, looking like it wants to gain momentum to the upside. Nice, strong candle. Again, that's why the 21 exponential strategy is so fucking powerful, right? We got our first candle closure above, warning shot fired number one, followed by what? Boom, a secondary candle closure to confirm it as new tentative support before what? Lift off to new highs. This is the highest it's been since this point here. So it's very exciting for the US dollar index right now. What do we see on RSI? Back above the exponential, forming a uptrend here. Let's see if we can put a line on there. Yeah, you know what? I guess that's maybe... I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I'd rather form a stronger trend line. Yeah, close enough with this region here. I would consider that test the diagonal trend line here. And again, RSI back above the exponential, forcing the exponential back to a positive slope. There is a little concern. There is a slight concern for another run of bearish divergence. That'll be the sixth drive of bearish divergence if we do see any kind of top call. And I think we likely get a top call with continuation below 92.96 here. On price action, but it doesn't look like that's really going to happen quite yet. Again, there's plenty of time left in today's candle for anything to happen. Anything can happen at any given point in time. I do not have to be correct. I'm always wrong. Expect nothing, prepare for everything, right? Expecting a potential top call here to play out is part of that docket here. Yes, while we don't have a top call being played out yet, if we do get a top call, I will look for major bearish divergence to start playing out with potential targets all the way back down to the top of the 21 exponential here. And for now, with the way price action's moving though, nice strong strengthy curve up, nice girthy move here with that girthy green candlestick here. Back test, confirm new tentative support is the most likely probability here in my perspective for this price action. Again, looking very bullish, nice beautiful uptrend, looking to potentially look for new highs. Structural new highs. If we take out this region here, 93.25, give or take a few cents here, I am going to be absolutely full-blown reversal style bullish, long-term bullish, right? Again, breaking of this region here, followed by a back test or a secondary closure above that region is going to be enough for me to look for extensions all the way up to this new region here, 93.54, as the next potential target for price action. For now, I wait. We got a beautiful entry signal here, and continuation is the likely suspect here for price action. Again, as we remain above the 21 exponential, I have no reason to say, yep, it's time to pull out, it's time to go short, blah 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 blah, what have you. For now, the way price action looks, I am looking for new highs again to continue on for price action here. So that's going to wrap it up for Dixie. Let's check out the Hall of Fame. A lot of excitement here in the chat about the Hall of Fame. Target met. Target met, target met, target met. As I was saying yesterday, we had this little bit of a fake out formation here, coming up to test this resistance, rejected it. That was your tell. That was your tell right here, especially without seeing any kind of movement from that 21 exponential here. Momentum just gaining strength to the downside. I was basically saying I'm going to be looking for a move all the way down to this top side of the blue box area here at $2.58. That target was met and then some, all the way down to $2.55, I believe. Yeah, the low was $2.55. It went all the way down to that region. Target was met. So if you had to take profit for a short on that region here, congratulations. You made a little bit of money today. Is beautifully executed here. Beautifully executed. Nice, beautiful trade here. And we got plenty of signals that told us that this was the most likely outcome for this stock here. Again, signal number one, we've been below the 21 exponential ever since this point here on the 29th of June, right? And we've been just trailing through supports and rejecting the supports as new tentative resistances along the way. A couple of stabs of the 21 exponential getting rejected as well. My first signal was breaking below this box territory here. I was looking for a move all the way down to 258 as soon as we confirmed a closure, right? We got this break and then we confirmed a closure, and I said, yep, that's it. That's all I need to look for a move all the way to $2.58 here. And again, moves don't have to play out immediately. Moves generally take some time, right? When in doubt, pull out a little bit. Look at the overall trend. You got to expect, even in a bear market, you're going to have green days. You're always going to have green days in the bear market. And, nothing goes up forever. Nothing comes down forever. And that's kind of what I was looking for. Either a little bit of upside or consolidation, something like that to continue putting pressure on the top side resistance before the bears started taking in. Another signal that I was looking for was this rejection of the top side of the bearish control zone. We got that. We actually got the first warning shot here, followed by boom, confirmation of a rejection of the top side of the bearish control zone. That is enough for me to say this is absolutely bearish. The bears have absolute power in this market right now, forcing price action to the downside. RSI printing a top call here, breaking through that exponential, forcing it back to a negative slope, looking for new potential lows and looking for potential entry into the bearish control zone here. So there are a lot of indicators here lined up, basically telling you a picture perfect story that this is likely to come down. So now I'm in a period of waiting, right? I want to see what happens next, right? I didn't have a short trade on this. Again, I bought a little bit. I'm always buying a little bit, at the lowest prices possible to rack up as many shares of this as I possibly can. So I did buy a little bit. I did have a little bit of a limit buy on the $2.58 region. That trade hit. And I'm expecting to lose money on that, actually, as a matter of fact here. New lows printing, obviously continuing on new lows. But if you look at the overall structure here, we do have the precipice for a potential uptrend for the Hall of Fame here. We got these lows on, potential higher low, right? Potential higher low here. This formation is definitely invalid. That was like moonshot fucking wedge type shit here. But we could potentially see a macro higher low within this region. Am I expecting that? No. I'm preparing for it, preparing for a higher low, and preparing for continuation to the downside. And I'm also preparing for potential consolidation to start playing out. Maybe we see a little bit of a bounce, which would not be out of the question, in my opinion, for this asset to bounce off of this region here. I do believe it could formulate as a critical level, but I want to see how price action reacts off of this zone first and foremost. Now, if we get an entry into this box here below $2.58 on a candle closing basis here, I'm going to be looking for the bottom side of this box overall. Again, assuming that we see a back test or a secondary closure below to confirm it as new tentative resistance, I will be extending targets all the way back down to $1.97, and that'll be very exciting, actually, in my opinion, for an opportunity to scoop up some more shares. Again, I did buy my first set of shares somewhere around this low region here. This consolidation phase is actually where I bought my my asset here. So price action dipping below the bottom side of this box would be fucking absolutely exciting because I would be looking to buy a lot more shares of the Hall of Fame. Yes, the Hall of Fame is a penny stock, but the Hall of Fame is also an unfinished project that is generating no revenue. right? The Hall of Fame itself might be generating revenue, but the resort, it's not even built. And I believe that's what this, Hall of Fame resort, that this stock is wrapped around the resort project. So I do believe once that resort project is open, I do believe these lower digit numbers may be the last time you ever see this stock in those lower digit numbers. Again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but I believe in the NFL. The NFL is fucking colossal, not only in the state of Ohio, but in the entire country. So it'll be exciting to see potential, tourism in the state of Ohio. People coming to the resort, NFL players coming to the resort, coaches, coaching staff. Big names coming to Canton, Ohio to pay money to be in this resort, right? Be in this resort and stay in this resort and enjoy the water park and enjoy the hotel and all that stuff. So I do believe once that project is done and they open, that's when the company will start generating some actual revenue. So the way I see it, I want price action to fall on this, and I'm preparing for it too. So for now, I'm being patient. I'm not looking for targets either to the upside or to the downside. I want to see how price action plays out after this major downside price action movement. So that's where I'm going to leave the Hall of Fame. Let's check out AMC. Actually looking like it potentially could be a position here. So we got our warning shot fired number 1, right? We got warning shot fired number 1. What does stochastics tell us? A new high has been confirmed. Warning shot number 2. Oh shit, RSI, almost a third warning shot. Almost a third warning shot here on AMC, right? So we got RSI basically fucking around here, trying to creep in bed with the 50 read here, the neutral zone, forcing the exponential back to a positive slope. Here's what I'm looking at. Look at this. Look at this, everybody. Boom. Here's your warning shot. We have a lot of indicators lining up for a potential trade, which I will be taking. Absolutely, I will be taking a trade here because I trade AMC. I will absolutely be taking a trade here just because, upon a secondary candle closure, which will be tomorrow, 5 p.m., that will be confirmation that we are trading above the 21 exponential and no longer using it as resistance, but actually flipped it to new tentative support. And I will try to enter as close as humanly possible to the 21 exponential. And I will mitigate my risk off the 21 exponential. And I will enter a trade upon confirmation tomorrow, like now. There is no, almost confirmation. It happens tomorrow or it doesn't. We either see price action hold above the 21 exponential or we see it fucking reject back to the downside, upon which would confirm a new high. That still wouldn't be out of question. It would just put my trading, my trade for this on the back burner for just a little bit more time here, as we do see a potential higher high. Right, we do have our last high here with a potential, with a new high actually being confirmed. So a little bit of a sell-off. Maybe see this reject a little bit first. Wouldn't be out of the question in my opinion. But with the way momentum oscillators are playing out, continuation is the more likely suspect here for this price action. The fact that we closed above the 21 exponential, I am going to be looking for more continuation towards the $40 region, and that would be exciting because that would provide confirmation as long as we remain above the 21 exponential. Any candle closure above $36 is going to be enough for me to say, hey, yep, it's time to enter a trade. It's time to mitigate the risk. It's time to get something going on this asset, and that's kind of how I would be looking at AMC for right now. God, I am absolutely fucking stoked to be here tonight, you guys. Absolutely honored, absolutely excited and ecstatic to be doing these streams for you guys. At the end of the day, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I've simplified my strategies. I'm just looking to make some money. I'm just looking to do this full time. I do appreciate everybody that is in the Blackfire Technical Analysis channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. If you like the content, do a brother a solid. Just smack that like button. You don't even have to watch the video. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Take that little bell for your homie crypto bro. Yeah? That's the general disposition. It's time to prepare as far as AMC is concerned. As far as my strategy is concerned, I am prepared. I am ready to pull the trigger at any given second. As soon as I get that confirmation, I am boom, enter, boom, mitigate my risk, and let it fly. Let it fucking fly. And that's AMC for you guys. If we do reject, pull back all the way to this support here would not be out of the question. All the way back down to 32.35. Anything lower than that is going to be devastating. Devastating, because that likely indicates downtrend continuation. Although we do not have a downtrend right now, we actually have a confirmed uptrend with a higher low and a higher high. So take it with a grain of salt. Everything is lined up for a good position, in my opinion. I'm just waiting for confirmation. Let's check out MMAT, looking absolutely dog shit. Continuation. I'm going to be looking for continuation on this one, all the way to the downside, to this low here. $2.70 is my next target here. RSI playing out that bearish divergence back below the exponential here, forcing it negative, printing new lows. Yes, printing new lows here. So definitely a lot of concern for MMAT. Not looking good. Stochastics rejecting the neutral zone, coming right back down, back into the bearish control zone. Not looking good for MMAT here. Again, I have no conditions other than downside continuation to the $2.70 region. And if we do take that out, blue skies to the downside. Blue fucking skies to the downside. This one will absolutely get crippled, in my opinion. That's MMAT. Bitcoin. Give me 1 second. My allergies are absolutely just crushing me today. Woo! If there are any issues with the stream tonight, guys, just give me a heads up. Shoot me a message. I did get a message yesterday that the music was a little too loud, so I put it on negative 21.5 decibels. So hopefully that's because I think I had it on negative 10 yesterday, so I put it down about 11 more. 11 and a half more, and hopefully it's a little quieter, but still providing that ambiance in the background for the stream to make it a little bit more enjoyable. I do think music makes things funner. No matter what you're doing, you're working, you're playing, you're doing whatever, music in the background's always dope as hell. So tell me if it's still too loud. Just shoot me a message. I will definitely do my best to fix that issue. But we're gonna go ahead and move on. Bitcoin, obviously put in a top here, continue down to this support level here, didn't take out the low, and that's what I was looking for. We definitely got damn near close to testing the low, but we did not take out the low. We still remain above the 21 exponential, and this is what I was saying in the group chat today. I mitigated my risk off the 21 exponential today, and I think it got me $30 higher. It barely ticked up at all. So being above it, yes, it brings it up, but being above it more brings it up even more, which is what I'm looking for at the end of the day. Booming price action, right? But a little bit of a sell-off after achieving a new high. Not out of question here. We do have the premises here for a potential higher low, but momentum indicators are starting to be a little bit concerning. Now, this would be fucking exciting if this successfully curled back to the upside and continued coiling in the critical zone. Do we have bearish divergence? Maybe from stochastics. No, we do not. We do on an RSI. We do on the RSI, but not on the stochastics. Not in the stochastics, not quite yet. We do see that bearish divergence playing out, and this, in my opinion, would be valid if this is confirmed as a new higher low. If we bounce off of this region here, I would confirm this a macro trend line for RSI formation, looking for price action to continue onwards and upwards. Again, if we get a higher low, I am on higher low watch, but I'm also on lower low watch. Why? Look at the price action here. Right, price action got dangerously close to, taking out this low, finding support along this region at the 44,660 region. Nice little wick below. Still got a little scary, but I still hold strong. Right, I don't let the market psych me out. I try to psych it out. Right, I try to be mentally stronger than what the market is trying to tell me. I was looking at this region. I was watching this live, and I was like, I think this region is going to hold as support. Even though I saw price action holding below it, I was like, hold the phone. I think it's going to hold as support. And right now, we are holding this as support. So that is confirmed so far. We still have plenty of time in the day to see this crash, basically dump and print new lows, which would be concerning, because if we do print a new low on price action, I will be on lower high alert, right? I will be on downtrend alert. Not saying that that's exactly going to happen, but it is something to be aware of when you see a new low printing on the daily time frame. That is a change of behavior. And once I see a change of behavior, I start to say, whoa, a little bit of warning shots. Do we have more downside, right? I start reevaluating. I start reconsidering different horizontal support levels. I reconsider what I'm doing with the 21 exponential moving average strategy. Yeah. As of now, though, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, as long as we remain above this support level here, I'm going to be on higher low alert. And if we do get a low call here, which I think would be struck if we see a candle closure above, we'll just call it 45,950. Any candle closure above 45,950 will be, we'll just call it 49. Damn it, 45.9. Dyslexia is fun. 45.9, I think, is the condition that we're looking at. Where did we open? 45.932 spot 5. Any candle closure above there likely initiates a low call here, a bottom arrow call, and I will be very, very excited for continuation, likely past the 46,650 region, past this region to new highs. Uptrend would be confirmed continuation. I would look for a continuation drive as a result, unless we come up to this region here and treat this as a range. All right, because we are potentially in a range, right? We are potentially in a range. We could see this range out for a couple of days, maybe see momentum oscillators cool down a little bit more before resetting, or maybe we're seeing a bullish reset right now before an absolute boom to the upside, right? So there are a couple of things to be aware of here. Only two levels that I'm paying attention to right now. Well, technically three. The open of this candle here, which is 45.9. The top side resistance here at 47.9, and the bottom side support here at 44,650. If we get a low call here, I'm going to be looking for this resistance to be taken out, likely on the next day, if not the day after, sometime this week. I would look for that resolution. However, if we do look at a candle closure below this support here, I will be looking for a move all the way down, again, if confirmed, to test the yellow 21, and likely lower to this support here at 42,275 for a potential target to the downside. And again, stochastics definitely waning on the downside momentum. We do see, downside momentum starting to get picked up a little bit. So a little bit of excitement there. Same thing with the RSI, had that downside momentum getting picked up a little bit. So, gee, allergies. Oh, my nose. So a little bit of excitement here. I am being patient. I am staying very, very aware about where price action is in relation to the 21 exponential here. Again, that is my main strategy from here on out. I will be preaching the 21 exponential until my freaking eyes bleed, because I do believe that it is a powerful strategy to employ in any market that is decent, right? Not a shit chart, not a shit coin chart or a shit stock chart, but a decent chart that has valid uptrends, valid downtrends, bull markets, bear markets, and cycles. Those are the kind of charts that I look for to play the 21 exponential. So as long as we're above the 21 exponential, though, that's my general disposition, is more up. And until proven otherwise, that's how I'm looking at Bitcoin. I do think it is time. It is time for requests. ADA. Haven't done Cardano in a minute. I'm assuming versus USD. I'd rather get Coinbase. Maybe not Coinbase. Yeah, that one's better. So this one's actually fucking really bullish. You just straight continuation. 21 exponential moving average strategy here. Playing very, very juicy. Oh, my seasonal allergies are really screwing with me today. I do apologize, everyone. This is something that I can't control. Unfortunately. Oh. All right, so, nice little top call. I'm on higher low watch. This one looks way better than Bitcoin right now. Nice booming price action here. If we get a higher low here, I'll be convinced that this one's going for new all-time highs. especially if we see candles close back above this resistance level here. I'll go ahead and put another one at the all-time high. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, that would be good. We could see consolidation. We do see a little bit of a sharp decline here, but still in the critical zone for the stochastics. Maybe we see a bounce of the top side of the bullish control zone before it curls back up. RSI actually doing that right now. Seeing a little bit of a stab below the bullish control zone, and boom, right back above into the bullish control zone. The bulls clearly have control of momentum here for this asset. Nice little pullback. Test this region as new tentative support. That has been confirmed, or will be confirmed today if we close above this resistance or higher at 1.83. And if we do confirm this region as support, I will look for extension and potentially a new higher low here in formation. And if we get a new higher low, I have no reason to think that we won't see new all-time highs on this asset. This one's actually fucking ripping to the upside. Basically been going straight up since the lows were printed here after this downtrend. So we got a low here. I want to see if this is a confirmed uptrend. Low. Higher low, higher, yeah, uptrend confirmed. So if we get another higher low, I'm going to be looking for continuation to new all-time highs. Again, assuming that momentum oscillators curl in the same direction and we don't see some kind of black swan event or some kind of unexpected thing with price action, major sell-off. And again, as long as we're above the price, as long as we're above the 21 exponential here, I have no reason to say, it's time to short, it's time to sell, blah, 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 whatever. And if you entered on the confirmation of the 21 exponential strategy here, hell of a move, hell of a powerhouse play to you. Maybe you would have gotten shaken out here if you were mitigating your risk. This candle a little bit of a fake out here, but if you were playing it safe and saying, we're not waiting for wicks, we're waiting for closures. This could have been a very, very, very nice ride here from entry to now. Entry, if you played it safe, enter on 21. To price action now, you're up fucking 60%, so not a bad move, very bullish, and that's going to be my disposition for this asset here. And again, unless we close candles below the 21 exponential, I'm not looking for extreme downside. Matic, haven't done this one in quite some time. Actually can play with some new levels here. I haven't looked at this one in quite some time. Boom. What is stochastics telling us on Matic? Cross back into the bullish control zone, but it looks like a weak cross for right now. What is RSI telling us? RSI is telling us a nice little weak cross below the exponential. Exponential has been flatlined, looking for a potential cross to the upside. I don't like the rejection of the bullish control zone. However, this one is still very bullish. Looking at an uptrend right now, let's see. Low, followed by a higher low, followed by a higher high, followed by a higher low, followed by a higher high. I'm on higher low alerts. We actually, ooh, shit. We actually saw a nice little test of the 21 exponential, proved to be a nice, decent entry point. At least it's confirmed for now. We do have a reverse style candlestick to be aware of, and we do see a little bit of sloping momentum on the momentum oscillator. So there is a little bit of rise of concern, but again, 21 exponential carrying it here. As long as price action remains above the 21 exponential, I'm going to be looking for continuation to the upside. I'm going to be bullish on this price action here, especially if we confirm a higher low with a candle closure above $1.42. If we get that condition met, I have no reason to look for new highs back above this resistance level here. However, if we continue lower and start putting pressure on the 21, I will start to get a little bit concerned as likely momentum oscillators start following through here with their downside momentum, and that'll be your tell. Hey, warning shot. It might be time to start considering mitigating your risk on the 21 and potentially exiting your position upon confirmation below. If we do get confirmation closures below the 21 exponential here, Likely we see price action below a buck 18, likely all the way to the bottom side. Maybe this region here would be first. $1.08 would be my first target for this price action if we do get closures below the 21 exponential. However, I'm going to be on high or low alert, so be a little bit patient. That's kind of where I'm saying on this one is patience is the key. I want to see if this prints is a high or low. I want to see if price action continues onwards and upwards before making a solidified disposition. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. We've been running for 48 minutes. It's been a hell of a stream. Thank you, everyone who came and watched the stream today. I do appreciate your support. Thank you for being here. And that's going to wrap it up. I want to get a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to start on fixing the room up here. So, and until next time, thanks for being here. Stay safe.